Welcome to Dinar Revaluation Channel. The recent economic developments in Iraq have garnered significant attention as the country takes considerable measures to strengthen its economy and engage more robustly with international markets. This article breaks down the noteworthy events and government actions that have taken place, specifically focusing on oil investment amendments, currency auction changes, private sector empowerment, salary localization, tax reforms, and currency redenomination. Iraq's oil and gas sector stands as a cornerstone of its economy. The investment law for the refining of crude oil, originally enacted in 2007 as Law No. 64, is undergoing critical amendments. The purpose of these amendments is to make the law more appealing to investors and foster a conducive environment for investment in the refining sector. The proposed amendments to this law aim to attract foreign and domestic investments by making the legal framework more inviting, bolster the refining sector to support economic growth and resource development. This move aligns with the government's strategy to modernize and expand the refining sector, which in turn is expected to drive economic development. Iraq is edging close to abandoning its currency auctions, a significant shift in its monetary policy. The Iraq government has presented a date to the U.S. Treasury for ending these auctions. The currency auctions are expected to cease by the end of December 2023. According to the article, the cessation of currency auctions will coincide with a rate change of the Iraqi Dinar. The last 5% of Iraq's foreign remittances that operate outside the new electronic financial platform are crucially awaiting full integration, anticipated to be completed by December 2024. The exact date for the rate change is not disclosed, as such information remains classified. Ending the currency auctions is part of a broader agenda that includes banking reforms and the implementation of an updated electronic system. Amir Al-Ari, an advisor to the Iraqi Private Banks Association, has urged the government to enable the private sector to contribute significantly to job creation. The support from the government is seen as essential for energetic private sector participation in economic development. Key suggestions for the private sector include increased financing for small, medium, and large projects by the banking sector, greater involvement of the private sector in central economic decisions, inclusion of private sector representatives in impactful committees such as the Ministerial Council for the Economy. Empowering the private sector has become particularly essential due to high unemployment rates in Iraq, particularly among youth and women. Initiatives like the UNDP Job Matching Project and support from international organizations like the World Bank are already making meaningful contributions in this direction. Localizing the salaries of Kurdistan's employees has been emphasized as vital by Atwan Alwani, the head of parliamentary finance. This follows the federal court's decision to enforce this localization. According to Alwani, no official can neglect the commitment to localize salaries. The relationship between the federal government and the Kurdistan regional government has seen phases of tension and relief. Efforts are ongoing to solidify this relationship by ensuring statutory compliance for all citizens. Throughout September, significant emphasis was placed on revising Iraq's long-standing tax laws, many of which date back to the 1980s. Amendments to these laws are crucial as Iraq transitions to engage more actively on the international stage. Modernizing tax laws will not only enhance revenue generation, but also align Iraq with global trade standards, a vital step in its economic reform agenda. The Central Bank of Iraq is currently evaluating a plan to redenominate the Iraqi dinar by removing zeros to simplify financial transactions and curb inflation. The redenomination plan is still under review, and despite the intention, it was postponed earlier due to unfavorable economic conditions. To support financial stability, Iraq has bolstered its foreign currency and gold reserves. Simplification of financial transactions is seen as a necessary step for an economy that is cash-based and focused significantly on oil. Since Saturday, numerous articles have been published discussing the potential deletion of zeros from the currency, indicating a serious intent to proceed with this plan. Iraq is poised for significant economic transformation based on the latest measures and reforms. From boosting the appeal of its oil sector to overhauling monetary policies, the proactive steps taken by the government aim to instill confidence, facilitate investment, and lead Iraq into a new era of economic stability and growth. Whether it's addressing unemployment through private sector support, modernizing tax laws, or making decisive changes to its currency and financial systems. Iraq's multifaceted approach demonstrates a committed path towards substantial economic improvements. Stay tuned to see how these initiatives unfold and reshape the Iraqi economy in the forthcoming years.